name is Chantelle. I'm part of the Tables and Time blog. My friend Claudine actually started the blog as a recipe cooking blog, and then I joined it to do restaurant reviews. And here I am cooking. I don't know how the tables turned, but that's where we are today. I love food because it's a happy environment, so I associate food with happiness. You know, if you challenge yourself to cook with bread, it's actually surprising how nice it can actually be. Right, so I'm hoping we've got something interesting here. And we have our low GI sliced blue ribbon bread. We have a tin of chopped peeled tomatoes. Oh, chickpeas. This is going to be interesting. We've got some cumin spice, plain yogurt, and fresh coriander. This is going to be interesting. Right, so looking at the ingredients here, we've got some chickpeas, which are quite nice and high in protein. I could probably do a starter or even a very light lunch main meal. We've got some nice yogurt here with coriander. That'll make a nice dressing, I think. I can do some crostinis with my bread. I do like crostinis. And cumin and tomato goes quite nicely together. I think I could do a nice chickpea stack. So what I'm going to start with, I'm going to roast our chickpeas. So I'm putting my oven on 230 degrees. I'm going to drain the chickpeas so I can keep that liquid. The liquid can be used as an egg white substitute. I'm just going to pat the chickpeas dry quickly before I toss them in all the ingredients. So I'm going to toss my chickpeas using a little bit of olive oil. Then I'm going to add just a little bit of smoked paprika. Just be careful how much you add. Some people like the flavor, some people don't. And then some salt. And you just want to lightly toss it so that all the chickpeas are nicely covered. Now we're going to put it into the baking dish. And now we're going to put it in the oven to bake for 30 to 40 minutes. So while my chickpeas are busy roasting, I'm going to do my tomato and cumin mixture. I want to drain it a little bit more, so I don't need all the juice. Right, so now I want to chop the tomato up just a little bit finer. Right, then I'm going to add some cumin to the tomatoes. Right, we can keep this aside now. Right, so I'm going to chop our coriander up so we can add it to the yogurt. You actually don't need all the coriander, you just need a little bit of it to add to the yogurt for some fresh flavor. Just pouring my yogurt into a little jug, it just makes it easier for me to pour later on. I just want a little bit of my coriander and then we just mix it up. So the chickpeas are now done. They've got a lovely golden brown color. Just going to get those out the oven quickly. Okay, so I'm just going to add the chickpeas into the blender just to blitz it up a little bit to give them a little bit of texture. So this is the yogurt and coriander mix we made earlier on. Just adding this to the chickpeas. Right, so now we're going to do our crostini. I'm just going to add my ingredients. So I've got some butter, olive oil, garlic, and my black pepper. So we melt this in a pot first. So you could keep it like this, but I'm using a heart cookie cutter because I like heart shapes. To drizzle it over our bread. Then we're going to bake our bread in the oven. So we're putting the crostinis in the oven on 175 degrees. It's going to go for 15 minutes, but we just have to check it regularly to make sure it doesn't burn. Right, so earlier on we drained our chickpea and we have the chickpea juice now. And we're going to whisk this up, and this is going to be our aquafaba, which is going to make the foam, which is going to fit on top of our stack. Great, so our crostinis are ready. We're just going to get those out the oven now. Right, so now we have our moment of truth. We have our crostinis. See, the hearts look very pretty for photos as well. And now we're going to stack it. So we're starting with our roasted chickpeas, which we mixed with the yogurt earlier on. The paprika, you can still get a whiff of that smoked paprika, which is delicious. Then next we're doing our tomato, which we mixed with the cumin. Lovely earthy flavors will come through. We've got our yogurt and coriander, which we're just going to pour a little bit on top. So the yogurt and the coriander will give a slightly fresher contrast to your earthy tastes you have going on in the chickpea and tomato. And finally, we have our aquafaba foam. It's got a slightly salty flavor, so there's no need to really add extra salt or pepper to the dish, as you've got the salt coming through from this foam. And then just to finish it off, we're just going to drizzle a little bit of coriander for some color to the dish. And that's it. This is the perfect meal. It's protein packed. It's a light meal, so if you're not looking for anything heavy, this is a great meal to eat. If you have the girls over for book club, make this. It's quick and easy, and they'll love it.